Hello and welcome to the 30k channel, a channel dedicated to games set in the HORUS HERESY. I'm your host, David Brains. I'd like to welcome back Alex.
Yeah, hey, thanks.
G'day, Alex, who's brought his Talons of the Emperor again, so thank you very much. And I was going to say it's your debut, but it's not your debut.
No.
Liam from Phoenix Commissions.
Hello, I was the first.
You were the first. Yeah. And you had White Scars before.
I did. I had the jet bike army, which was the previous one.
Yes, and now this is a new shiny one.
Yeah, this one is a nicer army. I've spent more time on it.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
Great stuff. Good. Now we're playing a different game today, aren't we?
Yeah, so we've delved into some of the older books, should we say?
We have. We've done a little bit. We've gone with Book 4, Conqueror. Or Conquest, rather. It's not Conqueror. And it's...
Hunters at Bay.
Sorry, I forgot. It is Hunters at Bay, that's right. And we're playing one where we've got a pointed deployment zone, which is where the Talons of the Emperor are.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at the back line, we've got the White Scars. And the premise of the mission is that the Custodes are going to break through the lines and escape off the table.
Yes, it's the traitorous White Scars today. We've found some of them. They are around.
Traitorous White Scars have circled some Talons of the Emperor, not Custodes. Some Talons of the Emperor, and the Custodes are now Talons are trying to break out. It's the whole story for it.
Yeah. For me, I think it's a bit of a tricky game, really, isn't it? Because Liam's got an incredible amount of firepower.
Lots of plasma firepower.
Lots of low AP firepower, but not a lot of weight of firepower. So, yeah.
And Alex, Custodes or Talons rather, they're still a bit unknown. They're a little bit untested still, aren't they?
I haven't played Talons either yet. Yeah. Okay. Which is quite cool for me, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Just think of them like your tougher Terminators, really. You know, with probably a little bit faster, but yeah, that's that whole thing. And then I think having the sisters in is really nice because it gives that different dynamic. Actually,
it also bulks your troops out as well.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Especially when it's scoring missions and different things, it gives you some cheap and cheerful troops, so to speak. When you're paying, you can pay 65 points for one man, and that's actually this five sister squad. You just think, well, yeah, okay.
But the sisters aren't anything to snuff at. They're free up armor. They've got some good weapons.
Fearless as well. -1 leadership, which is cool.
So
and they shut Thousand Suns down.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really want to play Thousand Suns. Just I think there's a little bit of fear going on, isn't there? But the fact you go and generating any warp charges and things like that's going to be quite fun. So bring the set met on, go for it.
We'll definitely try and get you a Thousand Suns player just to see how the two work together. That'd be really, really awesome. We also said earlier that you two have never played each other. All three of us.
Well, this
we haven't played each other on the channel. When I first started the Heresy, we had a game and Alex slaughtered me. It was like my fourth game since I started.
I was quite
playing.
new as well, to be fair. Then it was back in those days.
And then we had a second game which we won't even discuss because we were.
I think a bit worse for wear.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
It's one of those weekends where you go over with the lads, don't you? So we went over to
a shop in Colchester, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And went out for a couple of quiet drinks, which turned into 2 in the morning.
Oh my!
Rowdy geeks. So we just had a very gentle game.
So it didn't count. So we've never really. I've never beaten Alex before.
Okay.
So he's going to get smashed.
Good stuff. You heard it here first, everybody.
You should see.
Yeah, we will see. This will be a good laugh.
An interesting mission as well, isn't it? So I've got to try and get to some breakout points. Which are worth. If I get at least one of them, it's 3 victory points.
Yeah.
And then if Liam blocks them, so to speak, he gets a victory point each, and then there's some standard stuff that we'll cover.
As well. We'll go over.
So.
Yeah, we'll do that.
But so it should be quite a nice fluffy mission, which will be.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Alex, you got your big fast transports that are quite resilient to Liam's army.
Yeah.
And Liam, your army is so fast and so nimble, and it packs one hell of a punch. So we've tried to clutter the battlefield up as much as possible. So it's kind of a city on the edge of a rocky outcrop, I guess. That there's plenty of line of sight, and we've kind of helped with a pointed deployment zone and stuff. But you'll see that at the beginning of the first turn. What we'll do now is we'll do the lists. And we'll go through those so everyone knows at home what you guys have taken.
Cool.
And who has first turn?
So Liam's defending. So in this mission, it's set that you get it.
So I get first turn, assuming you don't see.
Yeah, and my warlord trait lets me re-roll.
Okay.
So a bit of a tense time then.
And so the cheese begins.
Good stuff. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on the channel. It's really much appreciated. And let's go over your lists.
Cool.
2,500 points of Talons of the Emperor, led by Kroll as the Warlord. Her Warlord trait is Laurels of Victory, which allows me to re-roll my Cs and give me D3 scouting units, which I luckily rolled 3 for. HQ is Kroll. She's the Sister's special character. I've put her in with the Heteron Guard. The reason for this is she's fearless, causes fear, and it does -1 to leadership, so she's really a good buff for that unit. And also has some instant death capability, so really good for making that unit an all-rounder for me. The Heteron Guard are an elite's choice. I've got the Vexilla, which again causes fear and gives me +1 to combat resolution. Also re-rolls any tests if I lose my headquarters unit. I've got a gauntlet in there, a Solarite Gauntlet, so strength 10, AP 1. And a couple of Drathic Spears, which actually have instant death and armor bane, and AP 2, so a really good unit. And they're in one of the fast transports, the Coronus. So that's stock as it comes, but it's a fast skimmer, so I'm really hoping I can get to that objective with that unit. My second and final HQ choice is Valdor himself. He's there with a unit of normal just custodies there. Valdor's a bit of a beast in combat, and I really like the fact he's not the Warlord, so I can really just throw him out there and do some tricky combats, supported by a full squad with spears, and again a Vexilla, and they're in the fast Coronus. Again, that's just stock as it comes, so they're 2 really heavy hitting units that are going to be flying across the board to Liam. For my troops choices, alongside the unit you've already seen, I've got the Sentinel Guard squad here. So their special thing is they're re-rolling their 5+ invulnerables, which I think against the plasma it's going to be really useful for me. And again, I've got a Solarite Gauntlet and a Vexilla there to make them a bit more survivable and give a bit of a punch. For my last Custodian troop choice, I've just got a three-man unit there, all with the Drathic weapons, with the spears, and they deep strike, so the idea is that they can pop down with their armor bane and then AP 2 and try and pop those tanks, so I really need to try and get rid of that Land Raider or those Venators, and just put a bit of a surprise in wherever I like. For my Elite's choice, I have a unit of 10 Sisters Oblivion Knight Cadre. These Sisters have really done me well. So they've got the AP 3 swords, which make them strength 4, and on a 5 or a 6 they get AP 2, so they can really take out those Artificer armour guys that I'm sure Liam's got dotted around his army. And they're just a solid Elite's choice that can have a invulnerable save as well. So that's a 6-up invulnerable and 4-up against blasts. So I'm sure with that plasma again, I'm really going to be holding on to these invulnerables. Sisters troops choice. These are just a basic squad of 5 sisters with bolters. And again, there's the 65-point squad that I can infiltrate if I choose, or can give them some extra tactics from the cadre. So they're really just there to support the custodes. My second Sisters Troops choice is again another 5-woman squad. The difference here is the crossbow I'm using as a needle pistol, which is another cool option I can have to hurt those things with a higher toughness on Liam's bikes. That's really going to help me. Also, there's a little bit I had left over from my conversion of Kroll, so I just wanted to try and use it in the unit. Heavy support, my favourite unit of my army at the moment is my golden boy. It's the Galatus Dreadnought. So he really, in the last game, really went through Matt's force. It was really striking through, but he's got every rule under the book. You know, he's got Rampage, Shred on his weapon, Strength 10, 5+ rerollable on his front arc if he's invulnerable. I'm really hoping he'll do some damage to those bikes and really help me there. Heavy support choice, this is the Calidus Grav Assault tank. It's quite a fast thing, it's a fast skimmer, so you can really move and still be shooting with Machine Spirit. And that accelerator cannon is obviously based on the Sakaran variant, but it's a little bit more powerful. Less shots, but AP2 +1 damage on the chart can really help me pop that Land Raider that might cause me some problems.
Here we have 2,500 points of White Scars, led by a Praetor on a bike with Paragon Blade, Power Fist. I'm running the Chugorian Rite of War Brotherhood, which allows me to effectively take bikes as troops. I have 2 large bike units. They're both 9-man armed with twin-linked plasma guns. There's 3 power axes in there, and the sergeant's got a power glaive, which I can choose to use as a power sword in combat or a strength 5 AP2 two-handed weapon, and I can choose that at the beginning of every combat. These are my heavy hitters. This is what most of my points are in. There's about 1,300 points, and they do most of the legwork. My fast attack is taken up by 3 attack bikes. All of them are armed with multi-melters, and they also have a melter bomb each. These are 3 separate units. That way it allows me to fulfill my requirements for the Rite of War. I have to have a fast attack for every heavy support choice I take. These are surprisingly useful. I use them mostly as suicide units, and they've popped so many Spartans, it's unreal. My elite's choice, I have a veteran squad with marksmen. They have 5 combi flamers. The sergeant has artificer armor and a power glaive. These outflank in the Land Raider Proteus, which has got the upgrade which allows it to outflank. It's also got 3 twin link las cannons. The Land Raider is a heavy support choice, but that's what transports them. I do also have 2 apothecaries on bikes which go in with my 2 troops choices. Finally, we have my last 2 heavy support slots, which are my 2 Sikaran Venators. They've got heavy bolters, pintle mounted heavy bolters as well. These are mainly there for heavy tank hunting duties. Truth be told, I don't generally have much luck with them, but they are there for shutting down super heavies. As soon as they get a penetrating hit, that super heavy is snap firing. So for me, the biggest issues are Typhons and Glaives, because I don't really get a cover save. These shut them down, that's why I have 2 of them.
Gents, we're deployed.
Yes.
Interesting.
It was a bit tricky, wasn't it? Can you just explain why?
So we've had some scout moves. Alex won the roll-off, so he got to scout first. So he's got 3 units that can scout.
Yeah, so my Warlord trait gives me D3, and I rolled the 3 before the game. We had a really interesting deployment map.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to check that out, it's in Book 4 as the Raider missions. So as the defender, Liam actually had sort of a line going across either side as a bit of a diagonal. And then I had a little triangle in the middle. But now I can seize. We had a lot of measuring to make sure we're 12 inches away and where is it? So we've got quite a lot of movement really. I've managed to...
So you've moved your 2 tanks,
My 2 tanks are really flown forward. So the tanks with the Heteron Guard and the black vehicle to match their cool colour scheme. They're really up there, so they're going for that exit point. They really want to go there. The other tanks moved away. It was quite interesting actually because Liam's put his Venators either side. He's trying to get shot in the rear armour, which is like instant pen pretty much with the Venators. So got those over there to try and harry those bikes. And then got the Sentinel Guard just trying to worry these attack bikes. And again, that's an exit point. So probably to show you guys, we've got 3 exit points throughout the board.
So the exit points, we've put one just here.
Yep.
The second one is just here. And the final one is right at the end. Now, to me, it looks like we're midway through a game. You know, we're turn 4 and there's stuff all over the place. But
it's quick armies and
so I've redeployed. I've scouted and moved my bikes. The far unit has moved away from the Dreadnought.
My choice.
And I've redeployed both so they can try and get side shots on the black. Coronas,
Corona, but different.
Yeah, so I can try and get side shots onto that. So I'm hoping to get a turn 1 pop on that. Should be quite nice.
Good stuff.
Assuming Alex doesn't seize.
Yeah, so Alex, you have first turn, is that right?
No, so Liam has first turn as the defender.
Yes,
but he deployed first.
Alex has a 6 to seize with a reroll.
Yeah, so the Warlord again. So she's she's sneaky sister, isn't she? She's a bit gives you some different deployment rolls. So
see how we go.
Let's see.
Let's have a look.
I could really do first turn actually. Really put some punch into it.
I really don't want you to have first turn.
Yeah, it's gonna be big. Come on.
No.
Come on.
Go on.
See the sweat breeds on Liam's forehead now.
Yeah!
If I added them together,
not that this is competitive at all.
No, friendly games, of course.
Absolutely. Right, wicked. Happy with that.
Turn 1 for you then, son.
Good luck.
Good luck.
White Scars, turn 1 movement. So we have the bike squad on the left has moved 12 inches directly towards the Coronis. Yeah, I'm getting better. The Coronis tank. The Sakaran Venator on the left has stayed where it is, just adjusted slightly for the second Corona shot. The bike squad in the centre has moved as far forward towards the Corona as possible to try and get some rapid fire shots in, or even better at the passengers. The Sakaran Venator on the right hand flank has readjusted to try and get a side shot onto the Cronus. And the 3 attack bikes have just repositioned to try and get some multi-melter shots onto the Custodes. White Scars turn 1 shooting. 3 multi-melter attack bikes are going to be shooting at the Custodes. They are 3 separate units, but I'm going to do them all together because they're all going to be targeting the same thing anyway. So I have 3 shots, needing 3s to hit. If I roll the correct dice. I'm liking these dice rolls. So that's 3s hit. And then strength, so 2s to wound, strength 9, toughness 5. So 1 fails, so that's 2 invulnerable armor saves from Alex, I believe.
And we have a 5-up rerollable from the shields.
Yes.
Here we go. Nothing for that time. And again. No, so that's 1 custody obliterated.
Obliterated, love it. Sakaran Venator is going to take its 2 shots at the Coronis. So I need 3s to hit, and with the flare shield I need a force to glance, 5 or 6 to pen, and because it's night fighting and it's through a ruin, Alex is going to get, assuming I get that far, Alex is going to get a 3-up cover save. So here we go, 3s to hit, 2 hits, that's exciting, and it's ordnance, so I get 2 dice and pick the highest for each shot. So the first shot, I need a 4 for a glance, and that fails. Good start. Second shot, fails, does nothing. So much for the cover save, Alex. Second Sakaran Venator is going to see if it doesn't completely fluff it. It's going to shoot at the black Coronis. So, Alex, are you jinking?
Yeah, definitely jinking. So night fighting gives me a 3-up jink, and we decided the cover would end up being a 4-up. So jinking's definitely worth it, and if you don't do this, then I think I've got a lot of plasma coming my way. So
yeah, exactly. So 2 shots again. Let's see how it goes. 3s to hit. 1 hits, which was the 4. So it's ordnance. So 2 dice, pick the highest, and side armor 12. So on the upside, that is a pen.
And I've got a 3-up jink. Oh, let's ruin Liam's day to start it. There we go. Loves it.
Get out. So I've just done the to hit roll on this bike squad. It's 18 shots, twin-linked plasma guns. Unfortunately, 2 of the bikers died to Gets Hot, and they were both power axes as well. So it's not really a great start, but this is the gamble we take. So I have 15 hits. So I just need to roll to pen. So 5s for a glance, 6 for a pen. Alex is jinking, so he has a 3-up jink. Oh! So I'll just take these out. Not that I'm laughing at all right now.
So there's quite a few there, isn't there, Liam?
There is quite a few. I've got to stop laughing, I apologise. So I've got 4 glances and 4 pens.
Wow. Lovely. Okay.
So
there's 4 hull points.
Right, so
what do you want first,
if you could do the pens first, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, so it's 4-up night fight plus 1. 4-up jink plus 1 for night fight.
Yes.
So come on, Space Marine armor. Let's get it. Yep, so that's fine.
Oh!
And it's just glances now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So again,
Four
4 glances.
glances.
But still go, can still
Yeah.
go. Just
Loses
loses 1 whole
single
point, so
whole
down
point.
to 3.
Second bike squad has taken a shot at the Cronus, and it scored 2 glances and a penetrating hit. Fortunately, Alex passed his jinx saves again.
Yeah, that
So-
night fight, wasn't it? It's helped out. So really happy.
Yeah, I can't wait for that to be gone. So, so unfortunately, I failed to destroy anything on the first turn.
And
Well,
the first
actually, no.
person-
Tell a lie. I killed 2 on my own bikes.
Yeah. And one of my.
Oh,
sensitive
yeah,
guards was
one.
there. And
Yeah,
a whole point.
absolutely. So, terrific.
It's good.
So, no charges because I scouted. That is White Scar's turn 1 done.
Talons of the Emperor, turn 1, movement phase. We have the really in danger Heteron Guards transport. The Cronus is not liked all that plasma scarring. It's probably got no paint left on it from all the jinking going on. So we've decided to turbo boost it just to make things easier rather than trying to balance things as a skimmer. Passed its immobilisation test. So it's right on that objective, worrying Liam a little bit, but it can't shoot, so he's Venator's safe. Valdor's transport obviously got snagged on something, to Liam's absolute delight, and immobilised itself, which is fantastic. So they're one of the furthest away from any objective, taking my speed out straight away. So anyone to blame but myself. So Valdor's foot slogging with his posse there, and then the Dreadnought only rolled a 4, so only just kind of came out there. It does give me a pincer move, so I'm thinking Valdor had some tactics there, and he's slowed the vehicle down a little bit. And then the other side of the board, I'm just consolidating on that objective. So the Sentinel Guard didn't really like getting one of their guys vaporised, so they're hiding a little bit from the bikes, and the sisters are advancing. Talons of the Emperor, turn 2, shooting phase. Not really a lot of shooting, lots of running. So they have the Crusader rule, so I've got the Sentinel Guard ran along. The sisters just ran 3, so they're getting closer to those assault bikes. Again, Valdor, a bit annoyed his ride, got immobilised, did a good old run move along with the Dreadnought. So it just leaves me down to shooting. The other Cronus did a flat out, so it can't shoot, but this immobilised one has 2 targets. It's got machine spirit. So I have a Lustrum bolt cannon, which is going at the bikes, and I have the Blaze cannon, which I can shoot a heavy shot at the Venator. So let's see what can happen. I'm going to start off with a Lustrum cannon. Are you going to jink on your bikes?
No, because I get 4 up cover from the ruins and it's still night fighting, so I get a 3 up cover save flat.
So that's a bolt cannon. It's twin linked, ballistic skill 5, so it's 2s to hit, which is everything, and it's strength 6. So we need,
3s.
toughness 5 bikes, of course. That's 2 wounds.
So 2.
AP 3.
Yeah, so 2 3 up cover saves, both saved.
And then the other shot with machine spirit going at the Venator. So again, it's ballistic skill 5, twin linked, 2s to hit. Likes that. Strength 8, armour
13.
13.
So
So
5s for a glance.
5s for a glance, 6s for a pen. Nothing there. That's the end of the shooting phase.
White Scars turn 2. My reserves have come on in the form of the Land Raider Proteus with the 8 veterans, and they have unloaded. The attack bikes have adjusted slightly to try and get a better shot at the Custodes. The Sakaran Venator is trying to move across to the other side of the board, so it's going to take a couple of shots at something pointless. The bike squad in the centre is just moving towards Alex's right flank, and the Sakaran Venator over here has turned to try and get a side shot on the Cronus, and the second bike squad has shifted back to try and get a shot at the Custodes and hopefully stay at combat range. White Scars turn to shooting. The Sakaran Venator on this side has scored a penetrating hit against the Cronus. Unfortunately, it was just a stunned result, so it's now snapfire and it's lost a whole point, so it's down to 2. The second Venator hasn't got great targets at the moment, so it took a shot and killed 2 of the Sisters of Silence. The Land Raider Proteus shot the Custodes and failed to do anything. The 3 attack bikes shot the custodies and killed one and took a wound off another. The veterans took some shots at the Sisters of Silence. Unfortunately failed to kill any of them. Alex made his saves. So yeah. White Scar's bike squad is firing at the custodies unit. They're not in rapid fire range, so it's 8 shots. I've managed to score 5 hits. I've also managed to kill another one of my bikes. I'm not having a lot of luck. But, so I now need 2s to wound. Yeah, 2s to wound against Alex's custodies. So that's 4 wounds.
And we've agreed a 4-up cover from there, just because some of the bikes behind the ruins. So it's a 4-up, which is better than my invulnerable.
Yes.
So let's see what happens. Oh, that's 1.5 dead.
Lovely. Second bike unit took 5 shots, plasma shots, into the custodies unit again, and it finished off the custody that was down to 1 wound. So 2 custodies down, 4 to go.
Talons of the Emperor, turn 2. I was quite lucky with the reserve rolls, so everything bar the assault tank came on. The Sisters were outflanking, so I've got the bolters coming over to try and support those custodies there, moving up to take care of the assault bikes there. And the Sisters on the other side are just trying to, again, try and get that charge in. A bit of a long charge, but I'm getting shot anyway, so I might as well go for a snapshot. A very risky deep strike from the Adrathic weapon custodies there. Actually, one of them lost a wound, so he might have teleported his arm into something. But they're going after the Venator there to try and shut that down. And then it goes to the extreme edge of the board. We have a bit of a cluster at the back. So I've been hemmed in with HORUS there. Because the 12-inch move, we can't really move it anywhere. And apart from putting it on top of that building, which we just had a discussion, just didn't seem right. It's a bit stuck, so it's kind of sat there. The Heteron Guard Squad have come out, ready to deal with some stuff. They've got 2 Adrathic spears there pointing. So I've got a bit of decision. Do I take the Venator out, or do I try and reduce all the plasma, which is really making me suffer? And then we've got the Sisters who are outflanked right behind, hiding behind everyone else, which are probably going to do a run move in a minute just to get on that objective. So I'm really in touching distance for all 3. And again, that squad's with Valdor moving up, so it's a bit of a long charge along with the Dreadnought. And then we have the immobilised HORUS just giving that fire support. Some nice clear shots through to those bikes, so might be worrying them a little bit. If I can make them jink, then that's what I want to have. Talons of the Emperor, turn 2 shooting. I've got my Sentinel Guard squad shooting the attack bikes. There are actually 3 individual units there, 3 different fast attack choices, so I had to pick. So they've gone for their closest. One boltcaster took a wound off, really lucky. The Sisters have gone to the attack bike behind. Their bolt pistols took a wound as well, so matching the custodies there. We're then moving on to the Heteron Guard, and they've got 2 Adrathic spears. Adrathic weapons are really quite cool. So they're Strength 5, AP2, Instant Death, Armour Bane, and Gets Hot. I've decided to shoot at the bikes because the plasma is really worrying me. It's taking my 2+ save away. And Liam's decided to jink purely because the Instant Death takes his Feel No Pain and everything away. So here we go, 2 shots hitting on 2s. Both hit. Toughness 5 bikes, so it's going to be a 4. That's 1 through, and Liam needs a 4 to save his guy.
3-up jink save.
3-up jink.
Skilled rider save.
There we go. The deep striking custodies shot their Adrathic spears and managed to do a penetrating hit and shaken the Venator. Then we have the 2 HORUS vehicles shot into the bikes. The 3-up save jink from skilled rider really saved the day there, so no wounds taken. Talons of the Emperor, assault phase, turn 2. The Sentinel Guard charged into that assault bike, as sort of surprised, no Overwatch wounds, and took out the remaining wound. They consolidated, and I'm using my 3-inch coherency, because they have a special rule. If you shoot through them, it gives you a 4-up cover save to troops behind, so it might protect the Sisters a little bit and maybe deny a bit of movement. The Sisters failed their charge, as you can see. It didn't take any wounds from the Overwatch, which is a shame because I needed to get rid of those multi-melters. The Dreadnought tried to charge into the bikes, took all the plasma. Liam got loads of hits but failed to glance at all. but took the brunt of the plasma for me. It was a 12-inch charge with fleet and moved through cover, just failed it. But Valdor valiantly went across. 10 inches is what you need, 10 inches is what they got, and they hit into the bikes there. We issued a challenge with the custody, but Liam Sargent was a bit cowardly and hid behind the rest of his guys there. So now Valdor's highest initiative, he's now bumped to initiative 7. When his weapon skill's the same or higher, he gets +1 initiative. He's got 7 attacks on the charge. He's hitting on 3s. Any 6s give me extra attacks. So I'm really hoping I can do a good sweep through this bike unit. There might not be anything left to swipe back at each other, but let's see what happens. So hitting on 3s. That's okay, and that's 1 extra attack. Which is cocked. And that hits there. So, okay, that's pretty good for me. That's 6 hits. I'm going to be strength 7 on my charge. My spear really goes for it. AP 2.
Yeah.
And for Liam, he's got an apothecary. So 4 ups are instant death, which takes your feel no pain away. Which he's been quite good at rolling, actually. So let's see what happens. Well, okay there. So we have 4 bikes dead. And we have 2 feel no pains.
5 ups.
There we go.
5 bikes dead.
5 bikes down. As Valdor did so well, killing 5 bikes, he really could have swayed through. And with the big bases, it meant that my piling move meant that none of my custodians could actually get into combat. Then Liam, in his initiative 4, a lot lower than my 6 for my custodians at the moment, managed to pile in with the guys in the building, so we're counting them as base to base, with wobbly model syndrome, I think it's called. That biker on the edge there, that's within 2, so he can strike, but the guy on the very edge couldn't make it in, so he's got to sit there and sit on his bolt gun.
So I've got 6 attacks from the Outriders. I've rolled the dice. I've got 3 hits because I need 4s to hit. And then they are strength 4. The custodians are toughness 5, so I then need 5s to wound. Okay. So I got 2 wounds, and Alex gets his normal, I assume, 2 up armor save.
Yeah, so we've killed all the axes, and the champion died as well with that. So it's just my normal 2 up armor save.
Yep, so it's just normal bikers.
And that's everything.
So they're
there.
saved. So then I'm going to attempt a hit and run. So I need to roll below my initiative, so I need a 4 or less. So they're going to leave combat. So I've lost 5 bikers, so I lose by 5.
And I've got the Vexella there, which is a really handy thing. So it gives me +1 to my combat resolution.
Cool,
So it means a 6, and I've killed your champion. So
my leadership is 8, so I need a double 1.
no
Halfway there.
rerolls. And then initiative off. So Valdor's actually rocking at initiative 7.
7.
And you're on 4.
Dirty man. Okay, so we'll roll mine first.
Be a gentleman.
We'll see how this goes, shall we?
Okay, so 7 against 7 plus 1. So even that's at 8, so that's caught him.
So bikes are dead.
Yeah, and then I'm consolidate. So let's worry that Venator a little bit. And that's, wow, a mighty 6 inches. So I'm really where I want to be there.
White Scars turn 3 movement. The centre bike squad have gone towards the side of the Coronis on the way round. So they're going to try and take some pot shots at it. The Sakaran Venator that was over here with the bike squad has backed up. It passed its dangerous terrain test, difficult terrain test. And the second Sakaran Venator is on its way to support as well, which is now in the centre. On the far side, the Land Raider Proteus has just pivoted on its spot on the spot to turn to face those Custodes, which deep strike down. The veteran squad is staying where it is, ready to take some shots at the Custodes, and I've repositioned the attack bikes a little bit so the Custodes can't squeeze through and get to the vets. So hopefully this time we kill more. White Scars turn 3 shooting, so had some luck so far. The 2 attack bikes have killed one of the Custodes that was there, and then the veteran squads finished off the second Custodes, so that's them 2 gone, which is massive for me at the moment. The Land Raider Proteus put 3 twin las cannon shots into the Custodes unit there, killed one of them and took a wound off of another, which is fantastic. Sakaran Venator on the right hasn't shot because it's snap firing. The Sakaran Venator on the left has just taken a shot at the Coronis and finally blown it up. That went pop and wounded 6-inch blast, wounded everything around it, and managed to kill one Sister of Silence. So that was fantastic. That's massive for me after losing that bike squad. The second bike squad has decided to take the detour, as said previously, and it took 3 whole points off of the other Coronis, and then charged, and the Praetor smashed it to pieces with a power fist. So second Cronus is now dead. And that is White Scar's done.
Talons of the Emperor, turn 3. So that was a bit of a brutal turn, losing both my transports. I've got some things. So we've got the sisters in the far corner, ready to jump onto that escape point when they're ready, trying to stay out of line of sight as much as they can. Again, they're only toughness 3 with a 3-up save. I've lost the custodians on that side, so we've just got the sisters there with their OP3 weapons. They're really eyeing up those assault bikes. Might even try and do a multi-charge. It's about 3 inches away, so let's hope for it. I had a choice with the custodians this side. Could go for the veterans on a bit of a long charge. It didn't roll very well on my move through cover, but I might shoot some Adrathic weapons at the Land Raider and get some vengeance for their lost brother. The Armour Bane might help me get through, and I want the cover safe. We've then got Valdor's unit lined up at Venator. He penetrates on a 4-up with his AP2 weapon, so he's really looking to blow that thing up. We've then got the Heteron Guard just moved up to consolidate the position. What happens with bikes. And then we've got the sisters on the objective, really holding it. That's what they're for. Only 65 or 70 points a unit, really holding on my objectives. I've got the grav tank coming from reserve. I wanted it the other side so I can do some back shots, and I needed a bit of support that side of the board. But I've got a little bit of a cheeky line at one of the Venators there, so I'm going to give that a go with the cannon. And then the Dreadnought, well, now his target's gone at the front, another one's appeared there, and he's done a good old move through cover, so he's got a 6-inch charge to try and make into those bikes, and he can really a bit of a gamble because there's a power fist sat in there on a Praetor, so that's something to smile about, but at least he might be able to put some damage in. Talons of the Emperor, turn 3 shooting. We've got those Custodes there with their Adrathic weapons. I've been trying to run them as tank poppers, but it's not really done too well. I helped the other side of the cover to give myself the cover save from the last cannons, but now Liam's going to get some cover there. I've got to run on one at a time, gets hot, so one guy's got a wound, so I roll him first, and he hits no problems, and the second guy, so it's going to be 2 hits. They're strength 5 with Armour Bane, so I need good old rolls here, ready to get that Armour 14. So let's see what happens. Okay, so 5, that's 10, nothing near it, and then the second one, whoa, that's what I wanted. That's a massive 17. But now Liam gets his 4-up cover. No, and these are AP2. Instant death doesn't help tanks, so let's see what happens. I need that 6. I really need that 6. No, that's weapon destroyed.
I'm happy with that.
So one of the last cannons. The Canadus assault tank has come in from outflank and called in for a bit of support. I'm going for that far Venator, so we've agreed we can see. Liam's got his 4-up cover. I don't really want to shoot the closest one because I want Valdor to get into there. So we've got the cannon. It's a really great cannon. It's strength 7 rending, AP2, twin linked, ballistic skill 5. So I've got 3 shots hitting on 2s. So they all hit, no need for the reroll. And then I'm looking for 6s, and 6s will basically
Pin it.
Pin it. Pen it for sure. So no 6s there at all. So you've looked away, and then the other cannon is only strength 6 and no other targets. Talons of the Emperor, turn 3 assault phase. Really good charge roll there. I managed to get into my primary target, which was the first assault bike, and I multi-charged. So forgoing the extra attack, but I managed to lock in both of those units, the 2 separate fast attack, and I really need to get rid of them. They're really punishing my my high armour saves. I've got some special things in there, so first off we'll start with my Oblivion Knight Mistress. She's got a whip, so she's going to come and tell you off. A little bit different here, so I've got 2 attacks with the whip. Weapon skill 4 against weapon skill 4, yep. So I'm hitting on 4s. 1 hit, and then we've got a special rule on here where any hits, a roll of a 3+ gives me an extra hit, so the whip goes a bit mental. So that's an extra hit, and that's going to be poison 4+.
Nice. So
I've got to roll that separately. This is no AP, you'll be pleased to know. So that's no wounds, and then my normal one, she's just strength 4 with a whip. So
5s to wound.
5s to wound with the bike. That does it, but no AP.
Okay, so 3 up.
So takes a wound.
Lost the wound, so they're both on 1 wound.
Yeah, and then
so
I've got.
It's worth saying this is all simultaneous, so the bikes still get to attack back.
Yeah, so it's all at initiative.
Cool.
You've got the sisters with her. they've got 2 attacks base with their 2-handed swords. You're going to be hitting on 4s. Okay, that's okay. So 4 hits. +1 strength for the sword, makes them strength 4. They're AP 3 and AP 2 on a 5 or a 6,
So
but
no
it's a
armor
bike,
saves,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter. So I just need that one to do it.
That bike is dead.
So that bike is definitely dead. It won't overspill because it's a separate unit. But it will get its attacks back. We'll do the last 6 attacks on the bike with 1 wound left. 4s to hit again. Right, so it's 3.
Yeah.
And I just need that lucky 4, don't I, to get rid of
There's
it.
only 1 wound left on that, so that's
Just did it.
nice. So both bikes
But-
are dead.
But retribution.
Yeah, so I do get to attack back. So I've got 2 attacks base on each attack bike, and they have close combat weapons. So there's 6 attacks in total. Needing 4s, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3 hits.
And then sisters are only toughness 3.
So 3s. 2.
But they do have 3 up
Power
armor
armor,
save.
yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
some good armor. And
So-
they're absolutely fine. So
Nicely done.
just that consolidation to worry those veterans. Now to what I suppose we think is the most pivotal combat at the moment, the Dreadnought getting into this last bike unit. So as we discussed, it's about a quarter of Liam's army, probably plus more with his Praetor. So the Dreadnought can do a lot of damage. That face says it all, I think. It's 6 inches away. I've got move through cover and fleet on this bad boy. I really need this charge in. I really need to do some damage. But I want to put a Jimmy Carr pause in, don't I? There we go. Well, that's easy done. 9 inches and some. He's jumped on top of you. Here we go. So we've got the Dreadnought in. Suffered nothing from the Overwatch. Very close, but didn't do anything. We've realised actually the Dreadnought doesn't have anything to let it strike at initiative through cover. So, well, really luckily actually, there's nothing that is
going
at
to
higher
die.
initiative than 1. So Liam swarmed me just to get him nice and close for my swinging. And make sure his Praetor's in range for his Power Fist, so that's worrying me a little bit. But I have got 5 up rerollable, invulnerable, and you're -1 to hit because of my shield, so it might save me a little bit. I've got Rampage, so if you outnumber me, I get D3 extra, and of course, what did I roll?
5.
I got a 5, so I got 3 more attacks. So this makes 8 attacks on the charge for the Dreadnought, hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s with Shred,
Yeah.
AP2. So the Apothecary can't do anything.
I want to see lots of 1s and 2s.
Well, it is my roll, so let's see. That's really what I wanted to see. 7 hits. So here we go. 2s to win with Shred, because it needs it, of course. No, it does need it. So that's 6, and that is 7 dead, my friend.
So, Praetor attacks back with a Power Fist. So I have 6 attacks, hitting on 5s, and 5s to glance.
Oh, that's what you wanted.
Could do with that again. So, 4 hits. Now I need 5 or 6s.
1 pen.
1 pen.
And this is where the shield comes into
So
play.
you've got a 5 up shield, is it?
5 up, rerollable. So I get
Oh,
Refractor
come
Field and the
on.
shield lets me reroll. So,
No.
come on.
Fluff
let's
it
see.
again.
Yep, fluffed it.
Alright.
So what does he do? Oh, so that's +1 for AP2, so
Yeah.
he's stunned. It takes an attack off next turn.
Yeah.
So in that combat, I did 7 mighty wounds. Liam did a penetrating hit to me, so he has now lost by 6.
Yeah.
Praetor, leadership 10.
10, I believe, yeah.
So it's 4, or he's running away.
And he's
Oh,
running.
definitely scared.
Definitely running. So, right,
Off you
please.
go then. So I think we're both initiative 5.
Yeah. Oh,
3 against 2
Ah.
survives.
loving it. So I'm running.
Valdor and his unit charged into that Sakaran. Valdor did the job. His special weapon lets him penetrate on a 4+. So 3 penetrates.
Yeah.
No blowing up though. So actually saved myself a little bit there. Managed to slingshot me towards that other Venator and maybe help out this other side of the board. Or actually, probably more important for Warlord, let's get that surviving Praetor. He's just got a rally, so he's trapped there. So I can have a fun charge maybe in a turn or 2.
White Scars, turn 4. This is move, shooting, and assault. Alex's last turn has really done a number. It's turned the game around massively. So the veterans moved forward slightly, shot the Sisters of Silence, and then charged them to kill the last 2. The Land Raider shuffled across to get closer to the objective and shot the Custodes, killing 1 and taking a wound off the second. And then the Sakaran Venator just pulled backwards as far as possible and tried to get a shot at the Sisters of Silence on the far objective. Not that it's probably going to make a huge difference now. And that is my turn. No, the Praetor rallied as well, which is now staring down the barrel of a Custodian Dreadnought again.
Talons of the Emperor, turn 4, movement, shooting, and assault phase. So some stuff has moved a little bit. No sisters, so the sisters over here are still hiding, ready to jump onto that objective on the last turn. Now those veterans are worrying me. I've had a unit go towards the Sakaran, and then the grav tanks turbo boosted right across to try and give a bit of support over there. The one remaining custody fell to Overwatch, so Liam had some combi flamers with sniper, 7 hits, a couple of AP2 hits really took him out, and he had 1 wound left there, so he's gone. The custodies failed their charge against the Venator, so they couldn't make it. But the worrying thing for Liam is Warlord. So the Valdor's Hyper Velocity Bolter took out the Apothecary. AP2, quite nasty. Failed his Feel No Pain, couldn't save himself. And it's left him with the Praetor. So now the Dreadnought and Valdor have both charged into Liam's Warlord. He's also got a wound left. So really quite pivotal. Warlord's a victory point here. So it's all to play for me. And we start off in combat. So we'll have Initiative 10, the Dreadnought's Hammer of Wrath, his Strength 8. So Mighty Contemptor, which that wounds. So Liam gets his normal armour.
Saved.
And he loves that, that's fine. And then Valdor will now will strike. So Valdor gets 7 attacks on the charge. And he's actually higher weapon skill than your Praetor, so he's hitting on 3s. And Initiative 7, so off he goes. That's not great.
That's lovely.
1/6 means an extra attack though, so he's got his lightning blows, which pays off. So we have 4 hits here. I'm Strength 7, AP2, 4s do instant death. Quite worrying for Liam. So here we go. So it was 2s to wound. So I've got 1 normal wound at AP2, but 2 instant death. So if you want to go for the instant death first, see what happens.
Iron Halo, 4 up. No, he's dead.
He dies.
That's done. So turn 5, White Scars. Movement, the veteran squad has moved and ran towards the objective down here. The Land Raider Proteus is now sitting on the 2nd objective. Truthfully, I'm just trying to get as many VPs as I possible now. And the Sakaran moved over 6 inches to get a side shot at the grav tank. And I managed to score a pen and blow it up in 1 shot, which was awesome, which was great. Makes me feel a little bit better. This is potentially the last turn of the game, as it's turn 5, and in truth I can't get that other objective off of Alex, so he scored 3 VPs on that, so I think the game's decided.
Talons of the Emperor, turn 5 in its entirety. We've got the sisters moving round, as they've always been planning to do, to jump on that objective. They managed to rapid fire and take out 2 veterans, but Liam stoically took his leadership test. I was hoping for them to run away. Still got his champion with his power glaive in there, so he could actually take that squad out. But this is potentially the last turn of the game, so at the moment I'm contesting that objective. Then we've got the Valdor and the squad. He rejoined, did a good charge and blew that Venator up, so Valdor's got a couple on his score sheet for that. The 4 up to pen is amazing, really helps me out there. Dreadnoughts rocked forwards. He's probably out of the game at the moment, there's not a lot he can do. And then we've got just the units around the last objective, scoring with those solid 3 points that I need. And then, well, variable game length, so...
So, gents, do either of you want an extra turn?
The game's decided.
Yeah.
I'd like an extra turn because I want to kill his sisters.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then for me, if Valdor can make a nice charge and take that Land Raider off the objective, it mitigates that a little bit for me.
It's not going to happen.
And seeing Liam's dice rolls sometimes, he might fluff it and my sisters might kill his
This is
veterans.
true.
So it might be a wipeout, but we never know.
Right, so who's going to roll?
I think you should, because it probably matters.
So 4 or more and we're going.
Yep,
Yep.
turn 6. Here we go.
Turn
White
6.
Scars, turn 6.
White Scars, turn 6. Turn 6 for White Scars. I moved the Proteus back so Alex couldn't charge it and kill it.
Yeah, so that's
So I left it on the objective. And the veteran tactical squad was in combat with the Sisters of Silence, and we killed them over mine and Alex.
Took 2 turns this one, didn't it?
2 turns. But they died, as they should. So I've got that objective as well.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much White Scars done.
Yeah, and then Talons turn 6, like Liam said, there wasn't really a lot. The guys were holding the objective to the back, everyone's a bit too far away, he was a bit cheeky and ran his Land Raider away from a solid fight.
Yeah.
Again, the Dreadnought was just charging along. One Valiant Sister managed to survive Liam's turn, fearless as well. They took a few veterans down with them, so I'm quite pleased with that. But ultimately, Liam's got
skill,
these.
it was poor armor
just
saves.
poor armor saves. So this is the lay of the battle. We'll go out to work out the points.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear. To be honest, it was pretty clear.
We can have some mystery.
White Scars, Custodes, or Talons of the Emperor.
Yeah, mixed list.
Woo! What a game.
Yeah.
That was rough. I mean, I have to say, my money was on Liam all day long.
Thanks, mate.
No, that's right. I'm going to be honest. Firepower, manoeuvrability, that deployment. I thought, well, it's
12-inch away, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah.
All the way along, if you wanted to.
I thought it was pretty good, and the amount of firepower that Liam, that your White Scars put into that transport.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal, and Alex, your saves were phenomenal, weren't they?
Well, you quite let me have 2 men in the match, really. Not to rub that salt in, but yeah, this transport with that 3 up from the night fighting,
Jeez.
Phenomenal that first turn.
Yeah.
Pivotal for the whole game actually. That really saved the bacon. I was a bit ballsy with it going out on the scout with it as well. Set the scene, didn't it? I think for the whole game.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
But I was really surprised that Liam needed to shut down your transports, and he shut them down really effectively and really quickly. But it didn't really matter. They're quite well.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think when I played the White Dwarf list, I was like, oh, they're so slow. And then when these guys came out, they do really get that speed up. But with Crusader and the whole slingshotting, getting into combat, I did some really, really good charges. That 10-inch charge with Valdor. That's what got me across the board and got me there.
Yeah, the big problem I had with it was after that first turn, you survived and you got it into that corner. All of a sudden, you had Custodes and Sisters on that objective. And that was it. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, it was tough to get them off.
And I mean, to be fair, it was 29 plasma shots and 4 Venator shots that you successfully jinked. You took 1 glancing hit out of all of that. So
it's one of those you almost take it off, don't you?
Yeah, that was a huge point for me. That was massive.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been very different if I had been able to shut down that transport. You would have been foot slogging. You would have been out in the open with those Custodes.
Yeah, and you got a lot of high AP. Low AP, sorry, a lot.
And it would have been easier for me to control that corner. But I just that's the way the dice go. But it was amazing, to be fair. When just like thinking of it back, rolling all those jinx saves was just, and it's quite ironic actually, because usually everyone else is on the receiving end of me doing that with jinx saves.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was quite funny for you doing it to me, and it was just like, there's a big brick here that I wanted to launch it. This is why it's man of the match, because I wanted to throw it.
Nice chunk of resin.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's worth noting the final scores were 6 points for the Talons and 2 to the White Scars. Alex scored his points. The mission was that you had to control. It wasn't secure or capture. It was to control, and we took that as a model had to be within the 3 inches of it. So control means control, not secure for us. So Alex, you controlled 1 objective worth 3 points.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You got First Blood, Slay the Warlord, and Attrition.
Last man standing. It was, so had more units left at the end.
And Liam, yours was scored by, luckily you wiped the Sisters off on that last one, the last turn.
So we did the scoring a bit differently for the victory points, didn't we? Because we wanted the whole theme of the game for Alex to be breaking out. He only needed 1 objective, one of the objectives, and that was worth 3 for him, whereas I wanted to stop him from getting them objectives, so each objective was worth 1 for me. But I could potentially score the 3 over the 3 objectives, and he could only ever score the 3 on 1, which was really cool.
But it's worth memory as well. It did, but those objectives, they represented exit points, not physical. You've got to capture this piece of land. It was just an exit out of the battlefield. That's what that was. So you did well there, Alex. 6-2.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're a bit of a beast at the moment, aren't you? Undefeated.
Ooh.
2 for 2.
Yeah, for now, yeah. We'll see. Who quite go?
Who can stop the Talons?
I don't know. Well, I think it was, no retreat's probably the most I've used them, and that Justerian list And HORUS, just Primarchs, to be fair.
This is a game you played in No Retreat, was it?
Yeah, you know, and Primarchs will do it because, you know, Liam, unfortunately, the Khan's not out.
No.
And then the last game, Night and Haunter was in a bubble, wasn't he? So he couldn't come and, you know, Primarchs cause a bit of trouble for Custodes. But then the Emperor will come out and sort them out, I suppose. Daddy's home.
Yeah.
But you bought these two back, so tell us about these quickly.
So he said briefly, just purely just for tanking it and really getting me in a good place. But actually, for me, man of the match was this Dreadnought here. He always does well. And to go into that many plasma bite squad with the Praetor, weathering the storm, smashing him down to just the Apothecary and his Warlord, you know, got me a victory point really, and took that unit could have really taken. If you'd gone over to that corner, would have wiped out that corner really easily. So
that's the key to Custodes or Talons, is they get in, they cause so many wounds, and then you generally sweep them, don't you? And particularly with that, you know, you were doubling Liam out, so you're into-deathing, there's no feel, no pain, and it was just, I think it was 3s and 2s, wasn't it?
Yeah, weapon skill 6, strength 10 shred.
I think it's worth noting that the charge distances you were rolling as well. I mean, what was it? There was a
12-inch,
there was a 12-inch charge and 2 10-inch charges in that game.
It's pretty good.
Which was massive. So normally when you're playing this game, you obviously play the odds and you're like, right, I'm far away. It's 10 inches. I'm going to take a gamble on that. And that's obviously how we play. The reality is that just did not work.
And your rapid fire shut it down because you were actually going, well, I want to be more than this away because I don't want to charge next
this is
turn.
the problem.
So you weren't rapid firing into me taking them out.
So I couldn't be within 12 inches because I was going to get charged. So I was losing half my firepower. And even then, when I took a gamble, when you roll in 10 for a charge, I mean that wiped out that bike squad. The first bike squad that went was a 10-inch charge. So again, that was awesome. It was.
And I think, you know, the tactics I went for was a bit. I knew that deployment zone was quite restrictive for me. I knew Liam could be wherever he wanted with a lot of plasma, so I decided to, you know, take the infiltrate from outflank with the sisters, outflanked the assault tank.
Paid off.
You know, really tried to split the forces.
Yeah, and I think you were right to split the forces as well, because if you were all in one position, then ultimately you would have had everything all at once.
So even though you're fast, I was trying to make you use it. So it was just splitting you up and trying to take
which was good. It made it a more interesting game. I think it was turn 5. What was the point where we were like, right, we know who's won this. Which is really cool because that's the best game to have.
At the end.
And Liam, you brought your Proteus. Is that right?
I don't really have a man of the match in this case, to be honest with you, because the bike squads is usually what holds it together. But they just had some bad luck when it came to Alex's charge ranges.
Sure.
Which is cool. It's one of those things. But I mean, on paper, this is just awful. It really is. But I love it. Every game that I play with it, it's just like an anchor in my list. It comes on, and then people try and kill it, and it just never dies.
Yeah.
Not once has it died yet.
Wow.
Which is ridiculous. And it's only three las cannon shots. And even if it moves, it can only fire 2 of them. Without
still
firing.
You know, I suffered. That squad pretty much died to it.
This is it.
Well.
It's awesome. On paper, it's rubbish, but every game, I love it. It's just brilliant. Come in, outflank. There we go. With it. But yeah, it's great.
It's good. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed that game. I certainly found it quite exciting. It got quite emotional in there at one point.
Yeah. Some language off camera, wasn't there?
There was.
I think that mobilising my transport on that first turn was a bit of a blow, but anyway.
That was amazing. That was probably the best. That was the high point.
It was good.
I've never seen you cry with laughter that much before. So.
Alex first turn. I'm going to move my my Kronenberg or whatever it's called.
Kronenberg.
Other beers are available.
The Stella
and he rolls it. Oh, it's a 1. Oh, lovely.
So I've got tears of joy and tears of pain in my vial, so it's fine. Yeah.
Love it. Amazing.
Cool. So if you would like to see some more photos of this game, please go to the 30k channel Facebook page. There'll be some more photos from the game there. If you would like to have a closer look at Alex's army, you can follow him on Instagram on...
This is just a Tribune.
Great stuff.
I went for it off a Tenacious D pun, just because why not?
And we'll flash that up at the bottom, that's fine. And Liam, while we're here, we need to talk about your White Scars and your Phoenix Commission.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So I'm a professional painter. I've been doing it for just over a year now. The White Scars that I've got, which you've seen, are very much my showcase army at the moment. So they won Best Painted at No Retreat in Gibraltar, which has got some of the best painted armies around. So
well
that's
deserved.
Absolutely awesome. Yeah, very, very cool. Which was great. Still can't get over that because
that's good.
The armies were beautiful, absolutely awesome. So I paint full time. So if you want some help, just get in contact. I'm pretty much booked up on a month basis. So at the moment I can look after you a month ahead. So yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Great stuff. And you can also follow Liam through Phoenix Commissions on the Facebook page.
Yes, or Instagram. Phoenix Commissions as well. So, and I mean, it's not just commissions. I mean, if there's anything you want to know, people are always messaging me about how I paint things, that sort of stuff. Just send me a message, get in contact. It's a social hobby, regardless of whether I do it professionally or not. Yeah. Let's just talk about the hobby. Anything I can help with, give me a shout.
Cool, and it's better if you contact these guys directly rather than through the channel. I get lots of requests of, can you tell me how this guy painted this? Well, I've got a lot of admin to do, so if you contact the guys directly, then you can just deal with them direct, and that would be fantastic, and hopefully you'll get an answer to you speedily. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
Liam and Alex are really local to the channel here in Peterborough, so that's perfect news for us. Liam, we definitely want you back.
Cool.
Whether you bring white scars or something else, we're not sure.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see if I get a hobby board and by then and change up.
Awesome.
I get around a bit.
And Alex, we'll see if we can,
get a hat trick.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I think the Mechanicum need to come out, don't they? I think that's what needs to happen.
Big guns.
I have to say, I want a rematch.
He Brains wants them. That's what's going on. Yeah.
If it was that close, I'd be well up for a rematch.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Not necessarily on camera. It probably wouldn't. Wouldn't be worth doing the same thing again. But yeah,
it'd be good.
Yeah, definitely it'd be good.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you in the next game.